YAHAWASHI! All right, Fair Use Act. This video is only for education purposes. All right, I'm not profiting anything from these videos. All right, and I hope this will be edifying for the elect Israelites. Okay, I came across this video. It's very enlightening. All right, my name is Priest Azariah, director of the BECKLES Hebrew Bible Academy. And I'm going to let this video play. Is exposing a wicked group, one of many Israelite groups, all right, that are a bunch of hypocrites, okay? And this particular video is going to expose a wicked group called United Israel in Christ, Iuic. All right, just do your research. They were put on blast for that whole Joy Morgan thing. There's so many scandals about this group. It's unbelievable that they have the membership that they do. Another wicked group to watch out for is the Gathering of Christ Church, GOCC. That leader has been exposed many times for his false flee Babylon doctrine. You can check that out as well. Leaving his members stranded in Egypt. Just on and on. Okay, one body in YAHAWASHI. I mean, it's just so many of them. Sakari getting into fights. This whole thing with Mamzers, Ron Dalton Jr., Jedediah Malik, especially these Israelite women who are Jezebels. Watchman and Deborah, woman with the Israelite channel, her royal roots. Women calling themselves queens. The etymology of the word queen, all right, it actually means a prostitute or a whore. You see that? And goddesses are female demons. So you have wicked women all over social media calling themselves goddesses. Women claiming to be Israelites on Instagram, showing off their bodies, their teaching. I just did a lesson breaking that down. I've done many lessons exposing the fact, revealing the fact that, 1 Timothy chapter 2, all right, verse 10 and 11, women are not supposed to preach, on and on and on. So, and I did a video lesson exposing false prophets. You got Isupk, on and on, okay? Read Jeremiah chapter 23. All right. Beware of these so-called pastors who lead our sheep, okay, astray. Okay. Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 12. O children are oppressors. Okay. A lot of these wicked Israelites, they get on camera and their families are in. They're not really keeping the commandments. Their families, their children are out of order. And women rule over thee. So you got a lot of wicked women who have on this power trip, this feminist thing, and they're wicked and evil, dealing in high-level witchcraft. So the list just goes on and on. But this video right here exposes one of many wicked Israelite groups. And I'm just going to let this guy right here of the group HODC, all right, they got issues too. I'm not going to get into it, but I'm going to let him say it, exposing this wicked Israelite group. So the Most High is revealing, he's sifting his people. And a lot of wicked Israelites are going to fall by the wayside. Okay? So with that, I'm going to play this video, and I hope it be edifying. Ahchyam.
On your congregation, I'm nothing maybe, but it's not just Dash, double honor to that here abroad. Teach and understand this truth, this sincerity. This is Psalms chapter 80, verse 8. And the wild olive tree is, in fact, Israel, according to the Bible. And Elder Barak, you should notice Psalm 80 and 8. Thou hast brought a vine out of Egypt. Thou hast cast out the heathen and planted it. Isaiah chapter 5, verse 1. Now will I sing to my well-beloved a song of my beloved touching his vineyard. Okay? And we know this vineyard is what? The vine that the Lord spoke of in Psalm 80, verse 8. The Israelites. My well-beloved hath a vineyard in a very fruitful hill, the land of Israel. It says the horn of the son of oil, and that is Yahawashi. And he fenced it, or made a wall about it, and gathered out the stones thereof, and planted it with the choicest vine, and built a tower in the midst of it, and also made a winepress therein. And he looked that it should bring forth grapes, and it brought forth wild grapes. And now, O inhabitants of Jerusalem and men of Judah, judge, I pray you, betwixt me and my vineyard. What could have been done more to my vineyard that I have not done in it? Wherefore, when I looked that it should bring forth grapes, brought it forth wild grapes? And now go to, I will tell you what I will do to my vineyard. I will take away the hedge thereof, and it shall be eaten up, and break down the wall thereof, and it shall be trodden down. Deuteronomy 28, verse 64. Bear with me. Deuteronomy 28, 64. This is the elder, so I really don't need to break down the scriptures for him. He knows the scriptures. He personal testimony, he's one of the first men that I've seen through the Spirit, out there teaching his word. So this is not in no way, shape, or form of disrespect as far as him being an elder. This is Deuteronomy 28:64. And the Lord YAHAWASHI shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. Last but not least, Romans 11. Alright? Romans chapter 11, verse 16. For if the first fruit be holy, the lump is also holy. And if the root be holy, so are the branches. And if some of the branches be broken off, and thou, being a wild olive tree, remember the wild grapes in the vineyard, alright, were grafted in among them, and with them partakest of the root and fatness of the olive tree, boast not against the branches, but if thou boast, thou bearest not the root.
The wild olive tree, you see that? Okay, it's referring to wicked Israelites. All right, remember what I said. The Most High is sifting his people. Okay, he's separating the righteous Israelites, okay, the men of the Lord, from the house of Saul and the house of Jezebel. These wicked Israelite men and women. He's separating his chosen elect from the rest of his people who are wicked and evil. All right?
but the root thee. Thou wilt say then, the branches were broken off, that I might be grafted in. Well, because of unbelief they were broken off, and thou standest by faith. Be not high-minded, but fear. For if the Most High spared not the natural branches, take heed lest he also spare not thee. Behold, therefore, the goodness and severity of the Most High. On them which fell, severity, but toward thee, goodness. And if thou continue in his goodness, otherwise thou also shalt be cut off. And they also, if they abide not still in unbelief, shall be grafted in, for the Most High is able to graft them in again. For if thou wert cut out of the olive tree, how much more shall these, which shall be the natural branches, be grafted into their own olive tree? For I would not, brethren, that you should be ignorant of this mystery, lest you should be wise in your own conceits, that blindness in part is happened to Israel until the fullness of the Gentiles be come in. And so all Israel shall be saved, as it is written, there shall come out of Zion the deliverer, and shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob.